Hi guys, Tony Rice, Chief Instructor of Yarm Martial Arts, and welcome to Tony Talks. For those of you who've returned, great to see you guys, and for those who've probably just come across us, okay, great to have you. Hope you enjoy this little talk. Basically, a bit of history. Tony Talks was created by our Ninja Tots ideas. What actually happened is we teach children from 5 and right up to adults, and we do mat chats in regards to confidence building and motivational stuff and mindset with the children, and they ended up calling it the Tony Talks. And basically the staff picked it up as well. So this is how it was created, the Tony Talks, and this is what it's about. What we say here today is what we talk about on the mats with the children and our adults. Today I'm going to talk about comparing. If you want to know how we got to comparing, there's the other videos here which you can go and have a look. It follows on from the one we did on confidence. And I wanted to talk about comparing, because as human beings we compare ourselves. We compare ourselves as children, we compare ourselves as adults, we compare our lifestyles to other people's lifestyles, we compare how we parent our children to other children, we compare people's cars, have I got a better car than him? It's a natural thing to compare, but also it can be one of the most negative things and soul destroying things we could do. Now, I was one of the biggest comparers through my life, and I still do it every now and again, to compare where I'm at and where I want to be. I mean, for instance, when I first started Yarm Martial Arts and we started with zero, it was out looking at other businesses that have been going for 5 years, some have been going for 10 years, and I was thinking, oh, I'd love to be at that position. And when I got there, I was like, oh, I'd love to be the guys who have been at 15. And, you know, there's always the same situations, and my father always said, always be nice to those going up, because as you're coming down, you meet them, okay? Because you're never at the top forever. There's always someone better than you, and be aware of that. And he's right. My father was right, because there is someone always better at skill level, somebody who's always more intelligent. There's somebody who can write better than you. There's somebody who can do videos better than you. There's somebody who can kick better than you. There's somebody who can punch better than you. Okay, there's somebody who can do katas, forms, patterns. There's somebody who can, you know, drive better than you. What you do is stop comparing yourself. And one of the biggest things is just to compare yourself to see where you want to be in the future. That's how I built this business, was look at mentors or look at people who've been in the business 5 years before me and so I got to that point. Then I looked at people who were like better than me with 10 years experience and then go for that. And did the experience of that, and that's what I did. I didn't compare myself, oh, look at their numbers, compare our numbers, oh, you know, look at their students, compare our students. You know, and even when I went visiting other academies for knowledge, I would never ever compare my students to that particular academy's students, because I just think it was fair. It wasn't fair for me to think like that, it wasn't fair for my students, it wasn't fair on the friend who let me come into their academy and pick things up from them and learn a bit of knowledge. It was not fair on them to compare. Because comparing means judgment. And when you start making judgments, you need to point the finger at yourself. As someone said to me, when you point the finger, how many fingers are pointing back at you? 3. So when you're making judgment or pointing at things, you're pointing at yourself. And this goes on to the little bit of what I mentioned in the confidence video in regards to your outer world, okay, is actually created by your thought processes and your inner self. And this is one thing I've learned through the martial arts, is actually when you're comparing or you're competing with yourself, never just around the guy yes, you want to beat them, you want to get into the next round in competition, or you want to win the fight if you're fighting full contact in a professional basis. You want to get to the next level, you've got to beat them, but your fear factor inside yourself, your confidence within your own abilities lies from that. And if you start comparing yourself to your opponent, you're going to lose. You have to be who you want to be. And that's what I'm getting at, is in regards to comparing, you're not focusing on yourself, you're comparing yourself to others, and believe me guys, it's a one-way ticket. You do start getting negative. It's great to have, like I said earlier on, in regards to possibly setting a goal up and getting the image of what you want, where you would like to be. That's nothing wrong with that. But once you start comparing and you're comparing and you're comparing consistently all the time, you will start getting the spiral of negativity down. And effectively what actually happens is starts drilling you, start getting a bit moody with it, you start getting upset with it, and next thing you stop performing because you're focusing on the wrong thing. And as someone always said, what you focus on consistently becomes stronger, becomes reality. Hope you enjoyed that little talk, guys, in regards to comparing. Try to stop it. It is difficult. We still do it as humans. It's human nature. We always compare ourselves or compare things to each other. It is just where it is. Accept that you'll probably never change it slightly, but just be aware of it so it doesn't bring the negativity into your mindset. Hope you enjoyed that video, guys. If you want to see the previous video, just simply click that one. And if you want to see the playlist of Tony Talks, press that one. And if you want to subscribe so you get all the videos from Tony Talks and all the other various videos we put up on our channel, on Yarm Martial Arts channel, just simply subscribe. Thanks very much for your time, guys. Have a great day. All the best.